Hello. Yeah, it's much better. Levels are hard. Let me drop the level on this too.
There is a lot about the job.
Listen to that. That is crazy. How are you gonna put ads in that? Twitch safe my ass. Anywho, let's see what this sounds like here. Much better. Back to this. Let's do it. So, it's been like 2 weeks since I've done a live stream of the coding, and current state right now of the synth is well, the alpha's done. Excuse me. The way it looks hasn't changed much. Here it is right here. This is it. This is our guy right here. But he is alpha ready, and we have the tree in the APVTS, so you can do automation now at this point. So you can sit here and I don't know, draw mode and draw a bunch of junk, right? And be like, and then say, hey, I want things to move, and here they all are. If you can't, let me see if I can see them down here. Move my head up a little bit. There's all the guys down here. You can move around. You can say, I wanna mess with the cutoff, right? You know, you got something like this. That's ends. Wait, hold on, I'm in the wrong spot. Here we go. Where's the cutoff? Cutoff is the second or third one right here.
Hi.
Hey.
Dad, look at me.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there, by the way.
Dad.
Stop right there again. A 4-year-old comes in here like a missile, and I don't want, you know, her on stream, you know, obviously protect children and stuff like that. And I'd be like, what? Right there, I have a blue line on the floor. I'm like, do not pass that line so you don't cross the boundary of the camera and come on here. And then I have a mute, a hotkey for mute, so you guys can't pick up on her voice either. A bunch of weird people out there. So let me put this. Let me pause this so we could hear, you know, the adequate sound here. Let me make this a little bit louder. So we're gonna put the drive up a bit. And what we have here automating is the cutoff. So cutoff's gonna start at the bottom. So we got actual automation, and then its stability was updated, and everything's looking good on here. So I mean, yeah. Alpha's ready. Alpha's pretty much ready, but I'm not pushing it out because I have testers right now. And if you want to test it, I got 1 or 2 spots open for pre-alpha testing where it does not have this automation. It comes with a session of Ableton that has some potential preset patches that we're going to put in the bank whenever we make that now in the beta. So that is coming up in the next version. You can hear my kids playing on the keyboard out there. This is not obviously in that, but whoever tests the pre-alpha already knows that they're on board for the actual alpha. All you need is Windows and Ableton to test the preset patches. In the beta, we're going to do a Mac build, and we're going to also do a preset bank, so we don't have to do the Ableton session, and so that people on Mac can also use it, so Logic can actually use it. But we're not quite there yet. Let me put back on the music and cut the mic for a second because they're playing a demo of probably a copywritten song over there. Hold on. Okay, back. So, yeah, let's get back into starting to code. Well, we're not immediately coding. What we're going to be doing, we're doing a quick audit on the sounds. First thing I got to do is reopen Ableton, and we got to open up our A-Bank session view so we could see what we're going to keep, what we're going to take, test them all out. What was it called? I think it was this one, the state bridge, converted state bridge right here. We're gonna make a safety copy. Save live set as. We're going to name it audit session, today's date, save. Then we're gonna close this and open up the other one. Actually, we're going to use the audit session, and we're going to leave the state bridge alone, so we could always go back to it. For each patch, we are going to mark whether they're like locked in. You know, we're going to definitely use them in the bank, Like useful ones, what we're gonna keep and might need a cleanup. We're gonna see which ones can challenge each other. Might need an updated version. Anything that we're not gonna use in archive, and also anything we might want to update. We're gonna be testing 12 different patches really quick, and we're gonna be filling out this thing right here. For each one. So what we got here is audit template for the version 0.7, the beta foundation. We're going to be deciding what we're protecting and what we're going to be dumping or updating. So let's see here. We're going to be opening up. We already got that. We're going to play each one simple. We already have, I think, clips in each and every single one that we could test out and mess with. We're going to figure out whether we're going to be keeping them. These are the categories that we're going to have. After each patch, we're going to be filling in this. The thing is, I can't really make a decision right then and there, so we're going to be doing it in tandem with like this. Right? Keep these notes short. Patch reveals a real beta bank decision. So I think for this one, we're also going to be dumping the music for a little bit. So let's stop the music, so we could truly hear what we're doing here. Where's Ableton? I mean, the init sound is the init sound. That's gonna be the initial sound. That's what we're using. See if it's picking up over OBS. It's very low. Pick up the sound a little bit. Alright, so that's the initial sound. And let me pull this off to the side. Okay. We got a ban. Distasteful opening M. And terrible solvent. Spam detected, baby. Get out of here, spam. I got these guys with this new kit. Let's see if these guys are any cool. Let's see how long this is. This isn't very long, to be honest. Let's see what it sounds like, though. Whoa. Did not do what I wanted it to do. Oh, I see where they come from. No, man, these don't work. Oh, wow, these are terrible. Never mind. What's up? Now the big one here is telling me how much longer on the stream so that she could play her music loud. I go, no, girl. The entire day you guys have been messing around. Now all of a sudden now you want to play. Alright, so what we got here. interesting stuff coming out of this one. This one's a keeper. And this one's kind of like the signature patch that we're going to be using. We named it the Prids Motion Pluck because we were attempting to make a pluck that was very Eric Prydz sounding. And what ended up happening was throwing on an LFO sync on it on 16ths, and that gave it some more motion to make it a little bit snappier. So it was kind of like utilizing the LFO in a way to kind of drive the waveform of the pluck more into a plucky sound. And for what I know, probably a million people use that, or it's been used a trillion times in the past. But nobody talks about it that way, to design motion through LFO syncing on a pluck. So this is kind of like the flagship patch right now. Let's try this. Whoa, that's everything at one time. Okay, this is a band pass motion pluck, so the same idea, but with band pass. Band pass instead of low pass. So this goes good in unison with this right over here. I'll drop it a little bit. And it gives it a little bit of an airy feel to it. So, based off the first two, what do I got here? I don't have. Oh shoot. Let me see here. Let me pull up this this thing right here. The motion pluck. We got the clean pluck, which is way over here. So this is not even looking at the complex motion pluck. I'm gonna say that. Locked. Use case for the init, the simplicity is what works. The problem, none. There's no problems. Decision, init keep. Special 1, usable 2, identify 3, mix ready 3. Now it's just an init patch. For the Prids Motion Pluck use case, any proggy stuff, proggy or art stuff. What works? Its ability to evolve over cutoff and work with other synths. Problem, I would say it's a tad muddy. It's a tad muddy. Decision locked in / flag shit preset. Is it special? Yeah, it's pretty special. I'll give it a 4. Usable is a 5. Identity, not a 4. Mix ready, I would say that's the lowest score on it. Notes may need res cleaning or code diving, but ultimately good. The clean pluck now. The clean pluck. It's very similar. Very similar. I got this kind of sequestered right now. I'll have it back to where it was before. This one needs a refine. This one definitely needs a refine, I would think. I would say this could be used in all cases where it works. Simplicity and cleanliness. Problem. Tad, muddy and boring. Decision. Refined. Needs something. It's not too special. I give it a 2 on special. It's usable, definitely usable, so I give it a 3. Identity at 3. Mix ready. 3. Notes on this, I'd say basic pluck works, lacks character, needs a little refinement. Evil prog pluck. I hear that difference. That thing's wild. That's interesting. I just learned something right now. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. I am so sorry I left that thing ARPing like that. That must have been so annoying. And I don't blame you if you left. Right, so back to this. Kids had a big problem just now, so I had to go and fix it. Alright, so we got a major problem, like going through this just now, and I just noticed we don't have our we lost all our APVTS here. Well, wait, you know, this is a different, this is saved as a different one right here. Hold on. Let me see something. No, don't save. Because that's odd. That's really odd. Let's talk to our consultant here. We might have to like save over it again or something. I don't know. The plugin window is not showing anything. Session state should recall, but Ableton's visible and configured APVTS controls may not automatically appear on every track. Important distinction. APVTS exists and the plugin equals parameter system is active. Ableton configured controls visible on the device equals Ableton save display those controls. The version 0.6 confirm the plugin has 37. Yeah, I know that. The state bridge confirmed it. So if the session sounds right and recalls patch value, it might still be working. Do this quick test. Pick one track. Open the UI plugin. Look bottom left. It should say state bridge. Let's do that. We were on Evil Pluck here. It does say that. Configure. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. Moving the cutoff worked, and this is actually how I visibly want the synth to look. I don't like how all the params are there at once right on initialization. I like the configure. Reminds me of the old days using Massive. Was actually going to bring this up to you, but if this stays this way, big win for me. Or let's say us. Let's say us. Even though you're not a real person, you're an AI. We'll say us. We'll include you. All right, cool. Cool. So let's get back to the audit. Let's get back to this testing here. We're doing Evil Prog Pluck 01. So it's this guy right here. I'm noticing the detune doesn't detune anymore. I'm noticing that. I'm also noticing that the detune and the unison don't seem to be doing anything anymore on any sound. Like it's not doing anything. You turn the knob and it doesn't detune and unison doesn't kick in. The chorus works, the spread works. Interesting. Anywho, while he's updating whatever he's updating, I'm going to say that the use case is for all mainly high energy / prog. What works? Aggressiveness. Problem. Also aggressiveness. Decision. I think refinement. These things needs to be refined. Special 3. It's not that special. Usable 3. Identity. It has a strong identity, but I'm also gonna give it a 3. Mix ready. It's not that mix ready. 2. Loud and aggressive, but can sound annoying without tweaking a lot. Let's see here. The wide one. This one's gonna even be more annoying. It's this guy right here. Very muddy. Very muddy. Cutoff is awesome though. It really opens up. A lot of character on this one. A lot of character. A lot of character. This one's locked. This one for sure is a lock. Cutoff reactivity is insanely good. Problem. Low end is slightly muddy. Decision. Lock. Special. This is a 4. Usable, this is a 4. Identity, this is a 4. Mix ready, I would say a 3. Touch it. Alright, let's see what this guy says. This might be not be the APVTS broken, this might be an old OSC mix unison relationship biting us. In the current source, detune changes the extra oscillators and unison controls the level of that extra oscillator layer. But the layer only gets blended in through the OSC mix and / mix. So if mix or OSC mix is at 0, you're basically hearing only one oscillator. That means, okay, but the issue with that too, like, okay, so let's see here. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay. it's a little cumbersome because you have one over here and then you got these two who are attached to this guy, and then if you don't want unison and you don't want D2 and you have it all the way down, it sounds like crap. You want it right in the middle. I guess it could work like that. I just hate that it's here. I need to move some stuff around. Like we might have to move like the drive to here. Move the gain up, drive over, move the mix to here, and then move this, drop down to here. You got me? Because the mix there just it kind of needs to be next to the detune, the unison, and the waveform. You get me? And there might need to be later down the line, like what? Okay, let's say I have it on square. What are you gonna mix? Is it mixing into the next one down? So if I have sine, well, let's ask it. Yeah, you're right. It's that the mix is off. Starts to work once it's opened up. What? How is it deciding the second OS oscillator? How is it deciding that? How is it deciding the second oscillator? That's what I want to know. Is it just picking the next waveform on the list? Can we get control of what we pick for OSC 2? Because that's a big one. Mix being closed is hiding the whole thing. Right now OSC2 is not picking the next waveform unless it works like this. Waveform selector, one shared waveform of choice. OSC1 main oscillator. OSC2 through 5 detune copies of that same waveform. Mix blends OSC1 against the detune unison layer. Unison equals level thickness of the detune layer. Detune pitch spread of OSC. So if the waveform is saw, then OSC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all saws. Okay. So we can't say like I want oscillator 1 to be a saw and oscillator 2 to be a square. The code branches by one waveform, blah blah blah. Detune stack. Basically, oscillator 2 plus detune, oscillator 3 minus detune, oscillator 4 double plus detune, oscillator 5 double minus detune. Netune. Change the name to netune. Adds visibility to code Y, oscillator 2 frequency, oscillator 3 frequency, yada yada yada, calculated from the current values. Then those 4 extra oscillators on unison pair multiplied by the unison amount and is blended into the current OSC mix. Can we get control of OSC 2 waveform? Yes, totally possible, but technically what we currently call oscillator 2 is not really a clean second oscillator, it is a unison detune stack layer. So we have 2 possible design paths. Option A, true oscillator 2, add a real second oscillator waveform selector, or with an oscillator 1 waveform, oscillator 2 waveform, oscillator mix, detune unison. This is more synth-like and more powerful. Option B, unison layer shape. Keep one main waveform but add unison waveform layer shape. That means that the main oscillator should be saw, while the detune layer could be square or triangle. My instinct for the beta foundation, I would not code this today during the audit, but I would absolutely write it down as a real product improvement. This is not random feature creep. This is directly tied to patch bank creation and sound design clarity for now during audit. Treat it like if patch needs detune unison added, make sure mix is open. That was just a an observation. I had it on my mind previously. If it does need mix opened, I'll note that. For the future, I like option A. Always welcome to more power. Speaking of power, there is a synthesizer that I have my eyes on, but I gotta keep myself in check. Roland S1, is that what it's called? This little bad boy right here. It's not that expensive, but I wanna get this bad boy and add it with my Crave, Behringer, Crave and Edge and the Moog. Okay, so why do you send me here if it's not here? What are you doing? That's it. I saw this in a YouTube video, and the sound that this thing was making was out of control. Very strong plucks. And that's what I guide myself on. Is a synth good if you can get a really strong pluck? See what the back looks like. A little USB-C, some MIDI in and out, on and off. Very simple. Very simple. Roland's not out here trying to make these crazy looking things. It's just like, here's the synth. But anyways. Oh shoot. That's the stand for the PlayStation. Perfect. Then for the audit, just note that the behavior note, not a bug. Use this wording in the patch doc when it comes up. Behavior note detune only becomes obvious on. And for future feature notes, future oscillator idea, true OSC2 control, separate OSC1 waveform, and OSC2 waveform selection. So this yada. That's a good product note, but not for today's boss fight. I mean, it could be today's. You don't know me. Anyways, back to the audit. We're moving on to Dirty Growl here. I want to say that I didn't name these. This dude named them. Dirty Growl is like a deeper. Let's go with C1. Right? Then I kind of want to see this right here and compare it to these guys. This guy is Dirty Growl 2. there's more movement on the front here. Do I got two on here? Yeah. Okay, so this one could be all what works. It's just a loud and cool sound. Problem, basic. Decision, utility. Or actually no, challenger needed. Well, I guess not. Let's archive this. Because we already have its predecessor that took over it, which is part 2. Archive. Special. It's not that special. Usable. Yeah, it's a 3. Identity. 3. Mix ready. Also a 3. Notes. Archive. Ready as 30 raw 2 is an improvement to this. I would say Dirty Grail 2 is a lock. Use cases, all. What works. Loud and aggressive, but malleable, if that's even a way to say it. Problem. Can get boring if not used correctly. Cutoff, reactivity, not optimal. Decision. This could be locked. Special. That's a 3. Usable. That's a 4. Identity. That's a 4. Mix ready. 3. Motion is better than predecessor. Motion is better than predecessor. Low end on cutoff is kind of weak, but overall good patch. Alright, legato lead 01. That's this dude right here. This one is funny because you go, that's real low. That's a lock. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go and check on him. SP Techno stab. So let me move to that. Let me get over here real quick and put back on the music. I'm gonna go and check on them because I just heard my wife scream bloody murder. So I'll be right back. More appropriate there. Oh, that's right. This thing's not cooperating. Oh, it's not even plugged in. What am I even saying? Wow. What's wrong with me? No, it's still not cooperating with it. Anyways, this techno stab. Let me go back to the to this here. Pause it for a second. All right. Okie dokie. So, we're gonna do something like this. Put it here into techno stab. That shit's badass, bro. That one's obviously, that's a lock, 100% lock. Very good, very good. This is locked. Use case, techie, slash all, what works. It's very, what's the word? It's very chameleon when adjusting parameters all in one lead, I would say. Problems, a little unpredictable, but in a good way. Decision, this is locked for sure, 100%. This is special, absolute 5 special, absolute 5 usable, absolute 5 identity. Mix ready, I would put down to like a 30 though. Third flagship patch. Dope AF. Modular chirp. So now we got this bad boy right here, right? This is the wild boy. The only problem that I have with this thing's insane, and it morphs into all kinds of things. It's insane what you could do. Like the whole LFO. I'm gonna say this is locked slash. What was the idea of utility that it gave me? Let's see here. I mean, I guess I could just look at the top of the Word doc and see what it says here to me. Utility means useful default reference branch, not a creative preset. Keep separate from creative count. Yeah, I would say it's like locked slash useful. It might need some refinement. All FX. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Trying to get it to be a main patch. insanely creative and wild and weird. Too wild and weird. Locked as locked, but if possible, refining special, definitely a 5. Usable, 3. Identity, definitely a 5. Mix ready, I'll put that back down to a 3. So the only issue is that we can't quite get a, like, how do I put this, melody out of this thing. And I guess that's the nature of a sample and hold. But if there's some way that I could get a sample and hold to make a melody with just a couple of taps of a button, I mean, I haven't seen any soft synth do that, where it's like you're gonna get these bleeps and bloops very tight into a melody, and then maybe just turn a knob or do a couple of switches in a little patch area that'll make the melody do different things, almost like a like a modular synth, you know, like a Euro rack, or it will keep it synced, but it will keep the, how do I put this? It'll keep the useful stuff synced, almost like when you're singing an auto tune, kind of like you can adjust and get your voice back into key. I want to make it so that the synth can be a melody. I mean, well, the sample and hold portion can be a melody, and then the plugin's processor can maybe reshape it back and tighten it back into in key. You get me? Like, if it'll read maybe Ableton's like MIDI roll, and you're playing a couple of tracks, I mean a couple of notes in, like, I don't know, D minor or something like that, and as the chirps go crazy, it's like, oh, let me adjust them so everything hits into the D minor scale. I don't know, almost like an auto tune for it, to like keep it like not out of control. The byte pass. This is the next one. SP1 band pass byte pluck. Is this guy right here? That's just pure goodness. Such a good utility. This is such a good utility. It's very clean. Use case, tops, leads. What works? It's byte. Problem? None really. It's not special. It's not a special thing. It's usable, absolutely 5. Its identity is freaking 3. It's average. It's mixed ready. Yeah, it's average. So the nasal pluck is the next one. Is that at the end here? Yeah, there it is. So here's the nasal pluck. Same thing. See above. See above. All right, so we went through all 12. Watch clean plug. Alright, locked, refine. Then we got refine, locked, archive. Refine, locked, archive. Dirty growl. Lock. And the modular trip's always this fucking weird one. Locked. Whoa, not loke. Loked out, smoked out. Alright, let's save this as is and let's upload this to sources. Go to sources, add sources, upload. Let's upload that. Open. You can add up to 25 files in the plus plan. Upgrade 40. You're kidding, right? You are wild. $100 a month? Absolutely not. This thing is nuts. So basically, $1,200 a year to do that. No. Get out of here. How do I get out of here? Go back. Get out of here. I did not get off of mute, so okay. Basically, I told them I'm not paying an extra $80. So if you don't know, that if you're looking into using ChatGPT to help you out to do projects, when you do a project, it allows you to upload sources. So in that project folder, ChatGPT will pull out sources that you've put in there, whether they're Notepad or Excels or Word documents, and it'll read it, and it'll keep it as like it's North Star, you know, or whatever you name it, to keep it from hallucinating too much, because it still will. But if you don't have any backup references, it's going to just hallucinate all the time, you know. It's going to be like telling you to do crazy stuff if you're working on a project. There's a limit to how many docs you could put up there. I didn't know that for the regular paid plan. So if you want to be able to put more than 25 docs, you got to go to the Pro plan. And the regular plan's $20, right, a month. The Pro plan's $100 a month. And you go from 25 that you could max out sources to upload to only 40. So they don't even double it. So imagine doubling it to 50, right? But you have to pay 5 times the amount. So that doesn't make sense. I know there's other features and other things and stuff like that, but that's not worth it right now for me. I'm not paying $100 a month to be able to upload up to 15 more docs. So I told it, and it said, don't worry, that old one that you deleted superseded, because I deleted the old May 20th compare and contrast, and left the June 13th current state handoff documents for the APVTS. Important current stack is the 6.13 8 file code snapshot, which I have there, which I probably have to give it a new code snap. Well, we haven't really coded in the past week. The architecture truth, which we have in there, the current planning truth, and the current live task, which is the bank that we're working on. The beta North Star is now more important than the old compare and contrast, which makes sense, rule of thumb. So yeah, good call. Oh, okay, cool. So can you check sources? I added my notes to the beta audit at the top of the list. Oh yeah, 123. In the meantime, while we're talking here, let's get some more music in here. Let's keep it going. Nothing's going on right now, and I'm hoping we get to some coding either in this live session or maybe a future live session tonight. I might do a late night one. Again, happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Happy Father's Day. It's funny. Most dads are tired, stressed out. Even in today's world of feminism and equality and everything like that, men are still expected to perform and produce and provide. And that expectation's never changed, even though we have to kind of soften up our roles to allow others to partake, whether it's wife and kids, rather than, it's almost like cohabitation, not cohabitation, but like mutual leadership, allowing that to happen, taking a lot of the leadership role out of the male, taking a back seat or a side seat to everybody else's needs, responsibilities, and ideas and stuff like that, which is the right way to go. It is true, you know, it shouldn't be what we say in Spanish is machista, you know, where it's super dominated by the male. There should be some sort of a collaboration for sure, but the expectations are still there. So it's like there's more expectations to be able to adjust in that way. So men are more tired than they are. They're more there. Millennial dads, at least, are more there than Boomer and Gen X dads have ever been. I think Gen Z is also going to be that. They're still a little young to be having so many kids right now, or having very old, elderly kids, you know. I was the oldest Gen Z, 30 years old. I mean, technically, you could have had a kid at 15. I have a 15-year-old right now if you're 30. But I think men are more tired, more stressed, more mentally ill, for lack of a better word, than they are today. So happy Father's Day to everybody out there. All we want to do is relax, but I know we're all getting pulled everywhere to all sorts of different places. Go see your dad, go see the kid's grandfather, go see their uncle, go see their cousin, you know, and all these people, you know, and it's mainly driven by women. And at the end of the day, you know, I mean, they do great stuff for us. They buy us things, you know, appreciate us. But really all men want to do is just be not left alone, but kind of left to chill on this weekend. And I think that if you're a lady and you're watching this, you know, take note that men just want to relax. You know, they want to have a day to let their load off. Oh shoot, let's see what he said. Yep, I see the updated audit notes and the sources. This is way more useful than blank template now. Quick read, locked, flagship level. Yeah, we got the 5 flagships that's in there. Refine, we got to refine 3. We're archiving 1. That Dirty Growl 01 was superseded by Dirty Growl 02, which is now a locked one. Utilities, so basically we're losing 1, so we're going down from 12 to 11, and then we're gonna have to clean up 3 of them. Strongest discovery from your notes is what we now have the 3 obvious flagship candidates, which is the motion pluck, the legato lead, and the techno stab. Those 3 are, those sound like pro patches, you know, maybe a little bit of tweaking, but they sound like pro patches. And if we can get the 2 oscillators and the ability to power up the synth a little bit more, in terms of beefiness, I guess, or general stability, those are going to just be fly. They're going to be super fresh. You also gave SP1 Legato Lead a perfect 5 scores across the special using board, which is huge. The other big note, Dirty Growl 01 is already archive ready because Dirty Growl 02 improves on it, which cleans the bank instead of bloating it. Married, this audit is already telling us that the beta bank 1 should not be 12 equal patches. It should be flagship, creative patch, support, utility, refine candidates, archive, historical patches. Next step should be filling the end of stream decision section at the bottom, because right now it still says, well, I put an A because I'm still streaming. It's trying to incorporate, because I told it that I was going to be streaming this work live, and it's like, well, why don't you do like an end of stream notes? And I'm like, well, okay, just because we finished this part doesn't mean the stream's going to end at this part. So sometimes you have to guide ChatGPT into the right lane and say, like, listen, you don't have to be doing that. Like, I get you, I hear you, but it really takes your words that you say 100% and we'll act on them. So you got to be careful with what you tell it. Finish listening pass, save the audit doc, save Ableton audit session, copy. Oh shoot, okay. I'm gonna have to save live set as. I did it in the wrong one. Let's save it as, where is it? I know I'm looking right at it. There it is. Yes, overwrite that one. And I turn it into a clean beta bank v1 decision process. Current bank is forming. The weak duplicate is getting cut. Flagship patches are revealing themselves to refine this. That's exactly what they are. Turn the audit into beta bank v1 working map. The audit's template whole purpose is to create lock, define, challenger, archive, format, batch, stars. Do this one. Save your current audit doc, and able to save a new working copy. session. That's a little too close. A little too close to the one that I know. So let's go and switch to something different. Galactic Explorers. I wonder. See, because the problem is that some of these, I don't know if they're. Let me open up this one.
I tried everything. Coffee, Pomodoro, and
I don't know. Excuse me. I mean, like a live one. I like the idea to bounce around if I have to. So with this one. Cool. Okay. Still doesn't tell me if it's royalty free or not. Cyberpunk metal. What is this supposed to be? Is it actual like metal music? So this one says it's for streaming. So I'm assuming. And so, excuse me, jeez. YouTube could see it. It says right here, streaming. So I'm gonna take it as this is royalty free. All right, so now we got to make our lanes. And it's gonna move over here. Dirty Growl 2. Clean pluck is going to move here on this side of init. The evil prod pluck 1 is going to move here. Modular chirp is way down the line. Let's move. Can I move 2 at one time? Will it let me? Never tried that before. Yeah, hey, let me do it. The band pass and the nasal got also move over.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
Rockstar. Let's look at.
Oh, my wife would love this playlist. Modular chirp here next to the frog pluck, right? Dirty growl one is going to be at the end. Move these guys over. Come on. Come on. Right here in between the in it. So we are going to... I'm not going to group these guys, but what we're going to do is this. Change the color of these guys to hard green. Change this one to blue, dark blue. These three, right, for refinement, so they're going to be yellow, bright yellow, and then the dirty growl is going to be a dark red, like the towel. And then these guys are lab stuff that I don't want to delete, so I'll put them white. And those are our lanes. First row patch building steps, start with the easiest refine. Low risk. It's already useful, just muddy and boring. We're not trying to reinvent it, we're trying to make it earn its slot goal. Make clean plug 01 slightly more alive without making it evil. Only touch three things: the cutoff in the residence, the filter envelope amount. Oh shit, you know where I probably screwed up? I probably saved over the patches. Let me see something. Okay, let's stop that for a second so we could actually hear these guys. I think we did save over that. Let's see here. We saved over them. Shit. Okay, we're gonna have to... We're gonna have to get out of here. And we're gonna have to open up the state, and we're gonna have to redo all of that. The moving them around. We're gonna have to open up the state bridge. State bridge, is that what it's called? Yeah, this converted state bridge. Let's see, let's just test modular chirps because that one is very distinct. Yeah, everything's back to normal. And then we're gonna go file, save live set as, and then this one is the working one, right? Working session. Save. Yeah, do I want to replace it? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, absolutely move you here. Move you three way over here, out of the way. Let's close you guys up. I don't need you guys. And of course turn you guys white. Okay. We got white over here. I'm gonna turn off the music because we're gonna be, well, let's get it back on. Let's get the music back on actually. Let's switch it. I don't want to hear that. I like rock. It's not all the time. Deep future. Cruising through, so synthwave overdrive. Let's see what we got here. No copyright Twitch music. chat. Dirty Growl 02 Legato lead. Dirty Growl 02 needs to be over here. Legato lead and Technostat need to be over here as well. What do? We on the band pass. Well, clean pluck, evil prog pluck. Gotta move band pass here, and then we got modular chirp. We'll do here, and you guys yellow, like I said before. We're gonna put the nasal pass right here. Put you guys green. Put you blue. And then archive you red. You're gone. You're fired. Alright, that was a lot quicker than I did the first time. Anyways. So it says we need to work on clean pluck. It's probably so the idea is touching the cutoff, resonance, filter envelope amount, decay, filter decay, maybe a tiny bit of mix and detune if it needs width. Save any attempt as clean pluck refine A. Don't overwrite the original yet. So if we're doing that, we'd need to duplicate it, rename it already as refine A. So open it up like this. There it is. So let's go back to the mix and do that. All right, here we go. We're going to refine this. You hear the dog going crazy. There we go. That's beautiful there. That's actually beautiful. Let me screenshot this for Sora. Sora is the name of my my chat dude. I named ChatGPT. Copy. New clean pluck refine A is now a winner. Let me show it the previous one. The previous one for reference. now we can archive it and move this one up here, and we can archive this guy here. So we're going to work on these two. I'm going to take a quick restroom break, and I will be right back. Let me put on the music though, and yeah, we'll be right back.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want. You can have really relaxed, slow-paced stuff where you can take it easy. Or you can be on the edge of your seat, shaking, making split-second decisions. This is Eve. You know, it's
All right, guys, we're closing in on 2 hours right now, and this is where I was gonna stop myself, and then do my husband and daddy duties, make dinner, and settle the girls down, and then I'll return. But I want to finish these two guys before we get to that point. So let's figure out. Let's figure this out. Outside, since we live here in Dade County, we live here in just 10 minutes outside of Miami, in a city called Hialeah. We have some fires going on in the Everglades that are like right on the edge of where we're at. Imagine we're outside after going to the restroom. Oh my god, the smoke's everywhere. It's bad. But so try to take a video of it. The video doesn't do it justice, but everything out there, you know, the window right here, everything is foggy. It just reeks like there's burning wood everywhere. Okay, so what do you recommend from my notes on? Okay, cool. What do you recommend on my notes on the Evil Krog 012 do to improve it? Oh, it's making a huge decision right now. I'm diving into all kinds of the notes and the sources and everything. Yeah, the problem with this one, it's too aggressive. Alright, turning that off so we can properly listen to this. The main issue with this patch right here, it's aggressive. Even when you put it down. It's not evil. All right, that improved it a lot. And nothing's playing here. What a shame. So I'm gonna turn off this camera here because there's no point in having it taking up bandwidth or whatever. Let's do that. Copy. Whoa. Copy. Go to chat. Problem though, I didn't duplicate it. We really need to do all that. Huh?
Dad,
What's up?
it's that
All right. Yeah, let's just, yeah, okay, thanks. I convinced him. Rename. Refine a. Greenlight you. We're gonna promote you to locked in. Okay, cool. For the last one. Modular chirp is a weird animal. I don't think we can fix this in a refinement pass. This is something deeper. This is taming it, possibly with new features, code, parameters we don't have yet. It's amazing the sounds it makes are insane, but what I'm looking 44 in a modular chirp patch is more of a, how do I put this? Boxed in what's that track by Dead Mouse? Let me pull them up. Excuse me. I just coughed so hard into the mic. I'm so sorry. There's a track here I'm looking for. It is in albums. Show all. Just albums. Is it Dead Mouse at Play Volume 3? No, it's not in this one. Is it volume 4? Does he have a volume 4? While 1 is less than 2. It's my pet. Yeah, this one. And then the other one that I'm trying to do is No Mana. No Mana has a track that I was listening to that was kind of crazy. And I can't, unless I listen to it. Hold on, what if I did this? I'm going to mute the audio capture. And let's see if that works. I know which one I'm looking for. It's not Strangers. That's the one. All right. How about we save this modular chirp as locked to show effects capabilities and then make a child from this patch and name it modular chirp o2 That way we will have our 10 patches. Yeah, let's lock this one. We're gonna lock this one. We're gonna keep this one because it's crazy. It's a crazy patch, and it sounds good, you know, but it's not quite like musical sonic. It's just straight up like yeah, you can make these crazy sounds. You're gonna have to record them and then just clip them and put them in places that you want them to, which most people do anyways. But I find that if I can make this into like a mod can or like a Euro rack of some sort, where it's just like play and it's gonna do but stay in its lane. Alright, with that being said, getting off, going to hang out with the family for a little bit, and yeah, I'll probably be back either with a game later tonight or more coding. So music, thank you if you watch, thank you if you're currently watching. Probably not. Oh yeah, we got somebody on right now. I'm sorry I'm ending the stream, but I'll probably be back on once we get the girls down. Once I get my girls down and asleep, I'll probably jump back on and doing some more coding. Who knows? Maybe Wuthering Waves, maybe Windrose, maybe something. Oh, sorry, this is important. No, get out of here, buddy. He's talking about Parkland or something like that. Anyways, yeah, thanks for the time, and I'll be back hopefully later tonight.